Yeah, so you want to know how the program works and how this world works like that. SSP. Listen, it goes by colors, names, numbers. A lot of numbers, a lot of colors, a lot of music and math, a lot of art. As you can see, I'm trying to identify myself to you and give you hints that my life, either naturally or not on purpose. Sometimes it's not done on purpose. It just ends up that way. It's just how the world and the universe and the program works, which accumulates all this data, I guess, that formulates an outcome or an identity or, a ranking, or it's kind of like divergence. When you look at me and you listen to me, if you don't hear divergent all over it, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, I am a divergent. Take it for what it's worth. But it's kind of like I'm not trying to figure out my purpose. Like what I'm here to do. I want to teach. I want to help people learn, including myself. I don't want to waste time throwing my pearls to pigs. Oh boy, man, I made that mistake. Couple days ago, man. Even I make it every day, like with my own mother. So I can't, I can't do it. I gotta remember, man. I have to sever ties with even family members, regardless of how I view their opinion. I don't care, and it's not even like it was like that before. It wasn't always like that. I gave her a chance after chance. I gave it. And I was always told, get away from the narcissist. If you feel like you're in a narcissistic relationship or suffer abuse or ridicule or from family members, black sheep, you know, outcast, orphan mentality, like I have, my whole life personally, that's my business. That's not yours. And that's my reasoning, and that's not yours. There's a lot of things that my family does not know about me, and never knew about me until they had found out. For me, making music, writing music, and rapping, and doing shows, and isn't that? My mom, finally found one of my CDs, and they kind of they liked it, you know what I mean? And but as far as reaching my parents on a spiritual level, I've done everything I could. I mean, my dad just found my journal entries before when I lived there, and those were private things, man. You're not supposed to look in your son's diary or his God journals, like stuff like that. I could give a fuck less if my dad read the journals. I don't care. It's what he did with them. Okay, like he used me. It's like let me give you an example. Okay, my friend was over here last night asking me to borrow money because he see me in my wallet and the inside of it, and he took a mental note at some point when I pulled out my wallet or something, and he had proceeded to ask me, can he borrow money? I don't lend money out, dude. Sorry. He knows that. I don't do that shit. I can't help you, man. I'm sorry. As quick as you could come up with a lie, I could come up with another one. Trust me. Wanna know why? Because I was a liar before. One of the best. Because I wanted to dance around, bounce around, go around, come back around, do it every way except telling the real truth. And then I decided to start telling the truth, not needing to hide, not needing to dress anything up or down or put on a fake front. What you see is who I am, and I am who I am, and I am that I am. And I'm the great I am, man. So you're just looking at a face, man. It's like a blank face. Just think of it like that. I mean, I'm just a voice, man. That's all. I'm an instrument of God, man. I'm a trumpet of God. Just put it that way. As far as like that Jewish stuff, Trump's assassination goes, and what I think happened, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. All I can tell you is what happened to me. I mean, if you want to go like that technical with like that bullshit with Trump, dude, I had cut my thumb, dude, one morning, and ended up being the weirdest day of my life. So, and I've experienced weird days. This one was kind of weird. I got bit by a snake and blah blah blah, and things escalated from there. Just put it that way. And I still, to this day, don't know if I was dreaming or I was awake. Like it really happened or it didn't. I know it really happened, actually, because, my old neighbor, Rob, was acting really weird. And tried sitting me down, man, for this, like scene out of the book of Eli, where he gets shot when he gives up his Bible and the Word. And the guy says, see, he is human after all. And he whispers to him, pray for me. And I just couldn't understand why he was showing me it. Like, it was just a scene. It wasn't like, like he had the book of Eli playing or something. No, he had this shit pre-calculated. Get Mike to come. Get Mike to cut a piece of my hair. And the same shit, Allie, she did to me. Can I borrow your clippers? Okay, this is a little odd, right? This dude wants me to cut his hair, nick his head on accident. I didn't mean it. Dude, I don't do that shit. Your fucking clippers are... Yeah, these clippers, like they were bent or the angle was messed up on them. I didn't nick your head, but I couldn't help but wonder why would this nicking of the head and hair and blood be so involved. I mean, not just aside from COVID. Because I remember another time, and this is my boy, this is my buddy, man. He kind of was of the same mind that I was on. And this was secret space program stuff, majestic stuff, things that really involved some people that they never talked about. Because some people don't care about your opinion. I don't do this for the praise of others. I don't do this for your opinion or, mine to be validated. I don't care. I'm seeking no validation. Okay. I'm playing no cards, as my man Vladimir would say. Okay, if something ain't wrong about the world that you think we're in, let me just give you a hint. I mean, most people might not know this, but the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, do you know how he got that position? This is the honest to God's truth, because I was there. I remember it happening. Not only was he another Vlad or Vlad, Vladimir, whatever, Demir, the Demir, okay. But he was masquerading as the president. I mean, like he was just some dude that was like a reality TV star. He was alright. He was so. But he was filmed in this episode of this show that was about him just being a normal Joe. All of a sudden, them kick like these oligarchs and shit, dude. Like bust down his door, dude, and hold him for ransom. And basically, the idea was they placed him as a talking head and role for the president. As just some normal Joe, they just recruited him right off the street, random, and kind of like, randomly kind of made him president. And this was the show. So when you hear Trump say that, remember this. When he said, you don't have the cards, this and that. He's like, I'm not playing cards, man. Trump can't stand anybody that don't make a deal with him. And that's his anger coming out. Okay, that's all I can tell you. This is the guy that told you that Trump was a bluffer. Did he not bluff? And he would do that exactly the way I told you. Did I not tell you that? Come on. I mean, I give credit to where credit is due, man. And I was kind of surprised. I'm like, wow, for once in my life, the way I perceive and think of this man, like, for once, he doesn't get his way. He doesn't win. He doesn't prove to me that, like, doesn't matter what I think. Whoever's running this script or this program of this movie that we're in, whether it be a 2-hour movie or my life, I don't know. I don't care. Okay? There's a lot of lies, dude. But I know Trump, man, Donald Trump, man, is not like Christ. Or he doesn't know who I am. Or he does, and he's blatantly ignoring me and things like that. They had this thing like the Q movement and shit. Like, dude, listen, man. And then people at the end, dude, when it started getting exposed, dude, people were like, I'm Q, I'm Q, I'm Q, I am Q. I'm Q. No, there comes a time where, like, the boys separate from the men. Okay? The players separate from the bench warmers. That's how it was when I was in high school. Motherfuckers were there to ride the bench. They didn't always start. Things like that, okay? Basically, the way I could tell you is just players from non-players. And who's in the game and who isn't. So basically, when I've seen those 10 billionaires line up behind Trump, I recognize right away that, who is in this game? Who's in this movie, this 2-hour movie? This reality show that is the Truman Show or Life. My life movie has been like the movie Life. Locked up for something you didn't do. I mean, just blamed for everything. Black sheep. Rejected. Misunderstood. Looked down upon. Not heard the right way. Not heard by the right people. Not respected and not listened to enough. But somebody who doesn't seek attention, okay? I know Trump because I can hear self-seeking behavior in his voice and in his reactions and his impulse and how he responds to things. And I can see what drives him, what doesn't, and I could see how he could be baited into something. At that Kamala Harris debate and him, he was baited. She threw the rod out and just threw the line out, see if any fish were biting. And they were, and he bit. And he sounded like an idiot, dude. It was like his worst debate ever. He couldn't control himself. He was so mad. And he was talking about the dogs and whatever he was saying. But, in Springfield, Ohio. He just sounded like a mess, dude. Like, he wasn't careful with his words or his attitude or his reactions or responses. And I think people had got lost in this thing and thought Trump was somebody he was literally fooling people to believe. And this is the witchcraft and the sorcery and the magic and the wizard and the druid magic, Irish magic, whatever you want to say. He was doing magic. He currently is still doing magic. I just haven't thought of it. He must be using some kind of device that is maybe identifying him as a node or a certain key in a certain quantum computer, maybe. I don't know that's unlocking these things. Because the video that Casey from Enter the Stars showed with the 88 coincidences and this and that, blah, 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 time travel. I already told you what I found when I time traveled, okay? And was experimenting with it. And if I knew how to do something secretive like that, well, it just would run. It'd be operational. It'd be, running in the background, no matter what. I wouldn't need to, be online every second, but I could. And Trump is. That's the thing. Dude, Trump, his online screen time activity is astronomical. He's on Twitter all day, all night. Tweeting, dude. And people don't see that. Dude, this dude used Twitter, man, and to basically cause a wave, dude, in this country, man. With social media and how it's going to be used by political people. And he was kind of the first to do it. And he utilized it knowingly, knowing damn right well what he was doing. He wasn't dumb. Trump ain't dumb. He's not dumb. Egotistical? Yes, he's extremely egotistical. Prideful? Oh my God, yeah, of course. Haughty? You name it. And that's how you bait him. And he falls for it. And these men they just want power. And they want to talk to you in a domineering way and respect it and bow down to it in a domineering way. It's almost like kissing the Pope's ring. No, dog. Let me tell you something. If I was Pope, you wouldn't have to kiss my ring. And I wouldn't make it, and I wouldn't want you to. Because it's like washing my feet. Come on, man. You don't need to do all that, man. I'm right with you. I'm going to be on the front line. You don't have to do that. You're talking to a servant first and foremost, always. I was never loved well enough to be in a position of power or authority or hierarchy. I don't know. I just was never, I was always the black sheep of my family. And rejected. And my experiences with God and things like that, I know they're real. I know they are. And I know that there's some kind of force that prohibits me from speaking about it all the time because it's so real that the devil knows it's things with me are so inspirational. I'm like, I'm gonna be a breath of fresh air to some people, and a motherfucker to the devil, man. Because I don't fucking, I fight for God. I'm a warrior. I don't just say that, man. So, like I said about the program, secret space program, that I told you, involved with, don't think NASA isn't, aware of this stuff. They know there's a program. They know that, in the Pentagon, in NASA, they're military. They know what's going on, like, behind the curtains, and with their actors and actresses and act. They're acts, trust me. Everything you see at NASA, there's an act done by an actor who is lying to you. Maybe using the TV to lie to you. Cameras to lie to you. I promise you, they're covering it up, lying to you, and not holding out. I never, because never got questioned all yet. That's why I tell you when I tell you this. Trump is a bluffer. He has mob ties and shit, dude. He's used to owning these big businesses. He's a business, maker, dude. But like what I'm saying is like, he likes to be told, he's the best. He needs to be told he's the best, dude. It's like his medicine, dude. For some people, it is. Hey, you want to be the best, and be told you're the best. You're number one. You made the paper, Yeah, I mean, like you're in your own golf tournaments, like winning your own golf tournaments, knowing damn right well probably, people are just making shortcuts so you can win. If that's what makes you feel good about yourself, man, oh well, stay at Mar-a-Lago, where you get praised and looked at as the best. You go out in this world, you'll find out that somebody can hit a ball a lot farther than you, put it where you can't, quicker than you can, at a better, rate, a better look, and will get better praise. There's always somebody that can one-up you, no matter what you do. When you increase, somebody else decreases. Remember that. It's not complicated. And the goal, man, of becoming an immortal and immortality is not only maturing as a man, avoiding the things you once were entrapped and encapsulated by, and and sin, wreaked havoc in your life. Avoiding those things, man, and speaking a little better, and able to articulate your words a little better. And for whatever purpose, not bullshitting people, being honest, and helping out no matter what. Never forgetting the idea of service and being of service. And also not becoming haughty or high-minded because you might got something worked out in your favor or whatever. Usually, sometimes people forget God when things go right. But when things go wrong, do you remember God and what He's done for you? And that pain, it runs deep with some people, deeper than the veins and the heart of the earth and the roots and the grain. They go deep like roots for some people, that pain. And the tragedy and the miracle too. It gets deep. It's not forgotten about. Doesn't need to be remembered. It's already in them. And that's what I do with God's word. I mean, I make sure that my prayer for every single day, man, involves hide your word in my heart. That way I can testify of it. I can get it out whenever I need it. It's being protected, with lock and key. And ain't nobody going to go after it and steal it because they know it's untouchable. Because once it's in there and it's locked away, good luck on getting it. And embedded in my memory bank, good luck. It won't leave. And I'll always have it on deck. Yeah, I said on deck. Like a batter in the batter circle. I'll have it ready to just slide on out and present whenever evil is at hand, whenever it's needed to be pulled out. I need to testify, of real things that God has done. Right there. Doesn't leave me. And mostly people don't want that kind of stuff. They want your shirt, your money, your wallet, this and that. Yeah. Whatever you got in your house, you know what I mean? They don't want what's in your heart. If it involves God's word or this and that, they don't give a shit about that. They were busy during COVID, man, with that screen time, doing bad, naughty things, huh? Weren't we all? But I was devoted to other work as well. And we weren't all doing that. So they not like us, man. There is a difference. Us and them. They us and we them. And that's that. So no competition, we are equal. That's what I mean. Everything's equal to me. Don't come around here with your excuses and your stories and stuff like that, and your sufferings and stuff like that. Listen, man, I come from, and you use your imagination. I did it, been through it, come from it, come out of it. But you might not hear that from me. I was raised by older, wiser people that taught me the value of keeping your mouth shut, integrity. Having integrity matters, man. It's like a big thing to become a man of integrity. And I never understood the value of it, man, until I realized I wasn't fooling myself. You know what I mean? Like I fooled everybody, with so many different things. So many different things. I was a manipulator, man. It's like when I see manipulation, today. And I don't manipulate people or anybody. I don't need to. I don't have any reasoning. But when I see it today, and people think that they're one-upping you or getting over on me. I'm a psych major. I'm a criminology major. I studied, Most people are surprised, at me when I tell them I study psychology. Not for you either. That's another thing. I don't do this for you. Just like you shouldn't do it for me. I'm not that important. Or good looking. Or, I love to be, for you to care that much about me. Or my opinion. It's just opinion. Everybody got one. Everybody could say whatever. People just don't got the same thick layer of skin. Or thickness of skin. My skin wasn't always that thick. People's words hurt. I was saddened, deeply saddened, many nights. So many nights I cried, I swore. Traumatized. traumatized. I couldn't talk about that. As a man, we have pride. And when we put our pride, man, usually men put their pride, man, before their needs, man. Means like behind the layer of pride, you're gonna see a lot of hurt and pain and needs. He's trying to cover up, cover it all up, dude. But it's there. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there as a man. So, as a man, I've become a lot more humble because I was humbled by God. You'll know what being humbled by God means. It's like being humiliated by God. I felt that many times. Sometimes I still get humiliated by God for his purpose, man. And makes me look like, somebody weak or unbelievable or full of shit. And Joseph Smith talks about that. And, he was known as a martyr, but like his name is used for good and bad. Kind of like mine is. Oh, Jojo, there are secrets though that you can't give away. There's secrets that they'll never know. They'll never get to tell. So it's important to tell it, man. It's important to give away your talents that God blesses you with at a time. God's like that man that goes on that trip. It gives somebody 1 talent, 5 talents, 10 talents, and they each do different, things with basically the product or the money that the man that's going on a trip leaves with. So some guys are going to give and double up, and double it, back. Honestly, some guys are gonna, maybe rob and steal for more. They're gonna do it for all different motives and reasons. But the workman that doesn't waste the talent that the man fronted him and gave to him on a loan or whatever, or on the agreement that, hey, like, this is what are you gonna do with this talent? Like, can you do something with this talent as a workman and servant of God? How can you well, do you not know that, like, it's the duty and honor of a king to search out a matter and the glory of God to conceal it? So that's the first thing you need to know when you're learning that God is the Word. He's not America. He's not Donald Trump or politics. God is the Word, and the Word is God, and the Word was with God and forever be God. So that's kind of like, whoa. Because I don't know who these people think they're idolizing, and that you are idolizing money, idols, gold, men, politicians, feeble, weak, equal. But we never got the equal footing or platform to build a foundation and for our fathers to teach us the same way that their fathers teach them. Some people have privileged lives. I never did. I can't fake like I have. I never did. I've been through a lot of circumstances, a lot of failures, a lot of time devoted to the wrong thing. So I take my talent and, my little talent and purpose, or my little experiences with God, that I find them pretty, compelling, number one. I would hope so, but Kind of funny, man. Kind of funny. I know they're true. Yeah. It's up to you as a believer. God always puts in my face, believe, believe, believe. You know? And I used to get pissed off, man. I see believe. Stop sending believe. Stop showing me signs of belief, dude. I'm sick of seeing the word believe. Always, believe, dude. Just believe. Just so. I mean, I do. That's the thing. Like, I just go in and out of these beliefs, like in no time because I don't really see much reward from it. You know, my belief and the rewards of being a believer. Oh, I was already lied to. That number one. That's why. You can't offer me something. Expect me to be just humble enough and over it enough, like to not be affected emotionally by something that maybe that was promised and ended up being a lie or was a broken promise. I don't like that. I'm against that a lot. I don't like people that break promises. I don't like people that make promises and they can't keep. And I don't like people that just lie. I don't like the lying, man. Why you guys all lie? Because you want to be seen in a certain light by men. Why do you care about that? Why do you give a shit about that? Who cares what Bobo thinks of you online? Who cares if you're not as pretty as somebody else? You're you, man. You're you, and that's why you will always be you. And there will never be another. You were woven and created in the image of God as well. Meaning, yes, you are, this is a picture of a person. It's in the image of God is what I'm saying. It's in the image of God. The face is changed. The body's changed. The mind doesn't. One mind, okay? One mind, many bodies and faces. Westworld, a show that depicts kind of like modern America and simulation theory and things like that. Not too far off from the truth, trust me. Westworld is kind of true. I have no doubt that Westworld, is running scripts and doing exactly what it reported acting about. And these actors are so messed up. I mean, they just think so highly of them. I mean, just like, just like, I don't know, man. I don't even know if anybody's like around, dude. Like, that's what I really think. And the whole idea of illusion of self. So if everything is the self, man, everybody is you. Or at least a version of you, or a clone, a doppelganger, just another variation out of the continuum, cloned that is a representation and reflection of you in some way or form. Sometimes you see it through physical looks. Like you say, oh shit, he kind of looks like me. He's kind of thinking like me. That's when you really figure it out, is how you know somebody is thinking your thoughts and sharing your thoughts and oneness with that. And I told this girl one time, I didn't want to figure out, I don't know if I did or not, but I'm highly psychic, by the way. And that freaks people out sometimes. Because I'm a little clairvoyant sometimes, in a weird way that I don't come off that way. And I scared this girl because I told her, sucks to have somebody thinking, the exact thoughts you're thinking. And that's what happens when you meet your soulmate, okay? I'm not saying she's my soulmate. She's the girl that I passed up on. But her pride ruined her, okay? It was the pride that made her unattractive. And she was a very kind person. And I was an asshole. On the first date, like I forgot and didn't have the money and had to tell her, like, I don't have the money for the bill. I'm sorry. I wish I could take you out to eat. Holy shit. I got a car. I don't got any money. And you're telling me things about myself that I know nobody else would know other than my soulmate, my divine feminine, who I know was walking around and it's like boom, boom. I finally got connected to her and met on a holy encounter. Well, people aren't, always who you think they are. And sometimes people are. You just got to give them a little more longer and a chance. And they might surprise you. Because you're not that special yourself. I mean, when did you forget this? Like, it's kind of like I don't like a haughty woman. I don't like a prideful woman. That makes your personality so ugly to me. And 90% of most guys they like, big set of breasts and big butt, blonde hair. Don't matter what you're saying or thinking and talking about it. Nobody cares about that. I don't know why. I kind of do. I need that. That's like medication, refreshing. Sip of water. How nice it is to hear somebody you agree with in life of the opposite sex too. Come on, man. And it's like you meet. It's like you're like a kid at the candy store. You don't want to screw it up. And then you figure out she's already taken. She's lying to you. She's a sleazy girl. No, not her. No. What? Yeah, she was just doing this last week. And she dated some guy. Yeah. And oh, okay. Well, there goes that. And I'm thinking it was God and all this shit. Well, every single day I fought for her love. Lost. It was the biggest waste of time and just really negative time and just I knew things I never told her, said things I never said because she lacked communication. And she's very, 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 very transparent. And I knew that, this was my soulmate. I just knew. I never told her. I thought I was gonna, build up the ability to, if I ever did get her to open up. I never got her to open up. To openly be honest with me and communicate in a genuine way. Just like any other human being would appreciate. I could just tell that she was messing with me and playing me. It's not good to be played by somebody else when you're usually the player. I'm a Sigma male. I don't chase girls. I don't go over the top for girls. And man, I'm just me. And you probably would like me if you got to know me a little bit better. And your perception of me would change if you opened your mind up. Not many people open their minds to anything, man. To anything. To their pre-notion stereotypes and ideas, man. There's some stereotypes, I have and, about people I run into or meet. And yeah, sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, and I feel bad. And then sometimes, you just don't know. And I try to remain, I don't know, because I've surprised myself. And I know would surprise people. Except people have this perception of me that I'm somebody like foolish or ignorant. You kind of don't know what I'm talking about when I talk, or I can't talk clear enough because I had a speech problem when I was a kid, kind of like Moses. Like somebody chose this. I'm very raw. It's where I'm from. It's where I come from. How people are. Ignorant. Raw. No filter. It's how my mother is. Kind of dumb, but if given a chance, I'll learn and become very wise. I have experience. I have knowledge. I was raised all by the older people. Older people. Wise people. That saw me as a young buck. That just wanted to chill with the guys, man, the older guys. Because I didn't like being around kids my age. Or younger kids. Idiots. I don't know. Same way with women. I prefer older women. I'm not no pervert or anything. I just like older women and find them more attractive. Why? Because my experiences have been with older women. And mature conversations and intellectual sexiness from a woman I find attractive. I find that attractive. Other than the girls that are my age, from my neighborhood, where I'm from, the girls where I grew up, and are from, all have tattoos, probably smoking, pushing a stroller, wearing a white t-shirt, talking real dirty and trashy. You want that instead? Ghetto, nasty, trifling, whatever you want to say. Just ignorant, rude, just ghetto. You want me to bitch about it all day? Or just actually just try to explain to you, why things are the way they are with me specifically. I'm not, going to tell you my whole, everything I'm into or my business and things like that. But this is why I think the way that I think. This is society too. This is a societal problem. I witnessed the birth of social media. I saw the transformation. I know the game. I saw the innovative, technological, just lift off. I was smartphones, Facebook, MySpace apps. It's all garbage, dude. It's all garbage, man. Just for righteous feelings to come into you. I mean, I don't get. Women need praised and appreciated. I get that. That's a woman thing. Okay. When men start doing it, I don't need your praise. I don't want it. I don't want. I mean, if you want to show appreciation like that, or tell me I'm good, whatever, hit me with a compliment or, I don't need your praise though. I don't need you bowing down to me, kissing the ring or doing that. I don't give a shit about that. And I don't give a shit about what the news is saying and this, who's commenting. Don't give a shit about that either. Anything questionable, I don't give a fuck. I know in the end, man, I'll always be a good person. I'll always help my brother out, stranger, prisoner, homeless person, anybody. I've done it all, man. I continue to do it. Unseen, unpraised. It's the things in secret and, away from people's eyes that mean the most. And I could say that. I can honestly say that because it's the things that I put in front of my eyes, man, that poisons me. And too many outside eyes and prying eyes is the issue that I have. And just too many eyes on you, man. Too many eyes. And unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. I come from a prison, dude, where you had to shit in front of, people, cell door open, guards, anybody, random. You ain't got it. You can't close the door. I'm used to that, bro. You know what I mean? Too many prying eyes. Why exactly we had to do that, I don't know, but it's humiliating alone. There's too many eyes on people, dude. And the AI phase and cameras and things like that. People are obsessed with pictures of themselves. Why? I mean, my buddy used to just sit in the mirror and just take Snapchats. I used to say to him, dude, you can't like yourself that much. Every angle, bro, snapping, you snap that, snap this way, snap that way. Obsessed. Unnecessary, man. You don't find what's real and genuine like that. You won't find it. You'll find what's fake and will use you, spit you out and chew you out, man. And listen, as far as narcissism goes, man, let me tell you something. I'm dead serious, man. I don't say this to make you think of my mom in a lesser light than I think of her. I love my mother. I always love my mother. And my mother's treated me very good and as best as I think she could. She could, and the best is she tried to desire and at least made the attempt to. And it was her intuition, man, that destroyed her. Her wanting to know too much destroyed her. And what she knew about me and using it against me destroyed her because of how I just wanted to see her. I wanted her to see me in a different light. I wanted her to know what I knew. I wanted her to watch her words and not hurt me, others and me. Because, they hurt me. Her words hurt me. And you start saying things like you curse the day your child's born. You understand you're not wanted anymore. You never were. And you realize, hey, man, I appreciate, getting her genes and being part of her family line, but I don't want to be part of that. I don't ever want to dish that out. And I don't ever want to make somebody hurt the same way I hurt and felt. So blinding to her that she wouldn't even think that I cried. My mother thought that I never cried. And I cried in tears. Emptied out, jugs again. I cried that many tears behind her back, though. And then I realized not everything is about pleasing her or having her, figure me out and think of me as I am who I am, dude. And if she can't accept that, she's not going to be part of my life. And I have to have boundaries and stick by them. I can offer up a different side of me that she may see or not see. It's up to her. You know, my mom's, I don't know if she's gone senile or what. Like, you know, come on, man. Like, I go to this show, you're gonna tell me I can't wear my jeans I'm wearing. Who the fuck do you think I'm not a 12-year-old, man. I'm 30-some years old. I'm not gonna listen to you try to tell me my jeans are too baggy. I don't need to hear a damn thing from you. And don't you start with me. That's another thing. You gotta avoid these arguments in situations where the devil and his demons operate through other people. Because they'll come and fuck up shit like relationships in your family. Example, man, I see demons all the time operate through my mother. So I'm not blaming my mother. My mother, is a genuinely good person. Okay? But she has a side to her where I can see evil in her. And I'm identifying it a little bit better than I was before. As a young man, I would never put my hands on a woman. Never. But there's that time where you don't see my mother anymore. You see somebody else. You don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. I don't know. It starts with a D, maybe. That's the best way I could describe it. Because literally, it would be to the point where I would see it trying to force me into a certain situation. This spirit, whatever it is, what's working through my mother. And I caught it, as I matured as a man. And now, can identify it and go right around. I'm gonna go right around you. I'm gonna go right around you and ain't gonna make a peep. Ain't gonna be angry. So I'm gonna pray about it, cry about it, pray about it, whatever. No, man, I'm just keeping it moving, man. I'm staying in motion. Let me skip on right on by you there. I ain't got time for it. I should have never had time for it. And I ain't gonna let you talk to me that way. And this isn't gonna be you looking down on me. No, it's gonna go, the way I choose. Which is not like a bitch. You ain't gonna talk to me though. I'll put my foot down in the most polite, humble way I can, with respect and to you and your house and whoever's around. You may not like it, but please understand, it's just a response to the provocative nature of you and the instigation that you so do with the intent that you so do. And you do it knowingly. It'd be one thing if you weren't knowing what you were doing. When you're doing it knowingly and you're well aware of your words and you're still doing it, well then you're just a mean person. That's all there is to it. And I won't tolerate it. I won't be a part of it, and I don't have to. Do your thing, man. Have fun. Just keep me out of it, man. But just understand, I see you. I see you, devil. One of my brother's favorite songs growing up. We used to crack it up. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. I always think of myself when I'm like, in my imagination, like coming to this face to face with the devil and him trying to steal my soul. No, I don't think that way. I mean, he can't steal something. You can't steal something that doesn't belong to you anyways. Dumbass. And I used to think I was Johnny, man. Good fiddle player, man. So hot. And the devil was always after me. And always when I go through some stuff, man, I used to think about that. Devil wants my soul, man. I feel like that. Like the devil's, he's running around there like a little squirrel and raccoon does in the kitchen, low key when nobody's looking, and when nobody can see, or something's blinding you, pulled under your eyes, and you catch yourself, and you're like, "Damn, man, that wasn't me. Wasn't my thoughts, man. Why am I thinking like this? Why am I looking at her like this? Why am I talking to him like this? Why am I reacting this way?" That devil works in mysterious ways too. And I just know how demons operate. It's not the people to blame. It's usually some kind of spiritual demon or devil, so to speak, operating in somebody else. We open our vessel up to this demonic activity. Unseen powers, right? Unseen war. Unseen entities. Right in front of your very eyes. Unseen forces that trip in disguise and make you sin and fall or repeat the process again. Trip you up, do whatever. Cause your speech to slur, cause you to slur, cause you to seek out destructive things, drugs, pornography, crime, activity, violence, robbery, just hustling, late nights. I mean, just junkies, drug activity that you can't even imagine. Just activities that you never thought you'd go to when you lose all moral compass, in which I've been fighting to get back for a long time. It's not easy once you mess all shit up and see everything and see all this shit, and then try to, start new and be, brand new, and again, after repeated attempts and failures and quitting and institutions and comebacks and miracles and, regrets and expectations and bullshit people, bullshit. Putting up with more bullshit and more bullshit. Now, I was thinking about it. Tell the truth, be out the truth, seek truth, speak truth. Can't go wrong, bro. Can't go wrong with that, right? And Jesus Christ, superstar with it. If your name was Tom like mine in the program was Tom. That was like my superstar name, like to use, like to identify me, was Tom. And a lot of great people named Tom. And just, I was told, hey, that's just your name when you're involved in active programming, which is special forces kind of stuff. They would never admit to that, though. I mean, that's the thing with these people. They compartmentalize everything, where if you try to speak truth about something, you'll be ignored, misrepresented or understood, lied about, slandered. They used to threaten me with treason for telling the truth. Threatened me 25 years in Leavenworth for telling the truth about your little program and your cloning devices and technological devices and UFOs and all that other bullshit that comes with it. Listen, I have a clearance that I have because I know what I know. I am who I am. And that is the only truth that you need to know about old Michael here. And whatever anybody else tells you, yeah, you have to show proof of that. Show physical proof of that, because I don't believe you, bro. I'm having a hard time believing any information these days, and it's really causing my attitude to be like super pessimistic, fatalistic, man. It's really annoying me. Like, I don't want to be like this. Like, I want to believe what I believe, like, and see signs and answers, like, and generate my path and my purpose in that way, because I need purpose and path, and if it's got to be spending my purpose and time exposing this shit, talking about God and spirituality and things, where I'm at and things like that, and the latest current events, if that's got to be my purpose and what I do, and where I'm going to be nesting at, I guess you'd say, well, then I'm going to make my nest right here. And I'm going to annoy some people, anger some people. I'm going to fuel some people and motivate you probably. I did the same stuff like doing music, man. My words will uplift you, and me as well. They'll make you feel relatable to me. That's the mind. Make you feel relatable to me in physical looks. You may look like me. I don't know. I'm an ugly dude. I feel bad for you. If you look like me. Like I said, I'm not that special. I'm Isaiah 53, man. So it's the reality of things, secret of the way they are, and the way things are not what you think they are. And it takes a while for people to realize that and humble themselves enough to understand that. What you deem as special in the world, deems as special or credible, God doesn't. Remember that.